Florence Mall, Florence Mall, Florence Mall, World Star, World Star, World Star, World Star. Hell yeah. Florence Mall, Florence Mall, Florence Mall, Florence Mall, World Star, World Star, World Star, World Star.
Vete para acá, Jess. Vete para acá, Jess. Vete para acá.
Alright, hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you're here for a special end time report. In today's video, I wanted to talk about Black Friday. As you just witnessed, I played a clip from a video uploaded by a brother in the Lord, Press Reset Earth. I'll leave his link in the description. But isn't that crazy? I mean, this is something we see happening every single year, and it only gets crazier and crazier. So I wanted to make a video here today to talk about how the elite, the corporations that the Illuminati control, use Black Friday as a way to plunge America into more debt, therefore bringing about the collapse of the American economy and therefore the chaos needed to bring about the New World Order. For those of you who don't know, the elite control all major corporations. Guaranteed at the top of the corporate ladder in the world today, they have successfully infiltrated the top corporations. One way we know that is just by simply looking at the symbolism that is commonly used by the top corporations of the world. We can see all sorts of occult, esoteric, satanic messages in the symbolism used. And it's just common sense, people. Does anyone here not believe that the corporate executives are devils? Come on, you actually think they care about you? You work for Coca-Cola and Pepsi and all these ABC Corporation, MasterCard, and you think the top people at the pyramid care about you? Are you delusional? No, you know very well that the rich, wealthy see as nothing more than useless eaters. They will cut back as much as possible to keep for themselves and hold back what is rightly deserved from the workers. And in fact, there's even a Bible verse that God tells these people, the rich rulers, that he sees and hears the cries of the laborers and the workers who the wages have been withheld from. All right, so these are wicked, evil people. And these corporations are acting more as nations nowadays in part of the globalization of the world. They're international, and therefore they can kind of have a powerful influence, even more so than governments do in the world. Don't be deceived. It's not the government's controlling things. It is the government's influence by the powerful corporations that are in the hands of the secret satanic cabal that is bringing about the New World Order. So Black Friday is this big ritual satanic day where they brainwash the masses and entice the masses with massive sales. You can go out to the stores today and get stuff for 50 to 70% off. Now, they know something here. They understand spiritual things. They're devil worshippers. And one of the things that the Bible tells us is that if you are going to borrow money from someone and become a borrower, you are now spiritually a slave to the master, to the lender. The Bible says that the borrower is slave to the master, or to the lender, and therefore the lender becomes the master. And this is what it is. It is a form of the elite spiritually putting people into bondage through the practical means of putting them in debt slavery. And don't be confused or deceived. That's exactly what today is all about. So many people are calling their credit card companies to up their limits so that they can buy more useless junk that they really don't need, so that they can feel better in their shallow existences as they compare themselves to the Jones and everyone around them. But this is sad. It's pathetic. It is a clear sign of the times that humanity is depraved, fallen, and in desperate need of God and liberation. We need to be liberated from the corporations and their debt system that seeks to enslave you. So that's what today is all about. And also what today is it's not only plunging the average American, or it's in Canada here too, so it's not the average person that's only falling into debt, it's even the country itself. For those of you who don't know, you need to check this documentary out. I'm going to play for you here the trailer for it, but Death by China is an eye-opening documentary. What this clearly illustrates is that the majority of products that are commonly bought today in America are from China, and that is a major, major concern. America doesn't even really make anything anymore. Everything has been shipped overseas. So what happens if all of a sudden there is problems with China, problems with Russia, and all the other countries that America is now so dependent on for their consumer needs? America will be plunged into an absolute economic collapse. And that's what is clearly illustrated in this movie. So not only do we need to be on guard and vigilant for our own families and our own well-being financially, because the enemy is seeking to put us in bondage, spiritual slavery, by making us spend money we don't need. And even on top of that, even if you have the cash and you're not putting it on your credit card, you're probably still falling into a ridiculous materialism trap, buying more junk that you don't need. They're going to come out with the latest version in a couple months. Yours will be obsolete in no time, and then you'll be back next year at Black Friday just like a mindless slave, just to indulge in the corporate materialism that is so filthy and disgusting in America. So wake up, time to wake up. The destruction of the country is taking place. Mindless hordes of people who are under mind control are being pushed into mindless materialism by the corporate elite Illuminati giants. Wake up. Thanks for taking the time. This is the Vigilant Christian saying God bless each and every one of you. And as always, when we live in times where people will sit outside in a tent for hours and hours and hours to buy materialistic junk they don't even need, just so that they can feel better about themselves, because in actuality they need God, but they search for their identity in other things, you need to be 100% vigilant and fear no evil.
I was laid off 3 times within 6 months until I was permanently laid off.
I graduated with my bachelor's and I haven't been able to find anything.
Jobs disappear, and the way the economy's going right now, it's tough to find a job.
When the workers in China are being abused, then workers in America have a tougher time competing against them.
5.5 million manufacturing jobs are gone.
57,000 manufacturing facilities closed in this nation.
Some of the workers at companies, literally their last act at the factory was to unbolt the machine and load it up to be shipped off to China.
There's no question that a large part of China's competitive advantage has come from environmental neglect.
16 of the world's 20th dirtiest cities are located in the People's Republic.
That leads to carbon emissions and particulate matter falling all along the coast of the United States.
If you put it in your mouth or the hands of a child, don't buy it from China.
They're not only ruining our economy, they're poisoning our children with the toys that we give them.
China until today is a totalitarian regime, is a dynasty, not republic, not people's country.
China's military power is strengthening very, very rapidly.
It's developing a modern, well-equipped, technologically capable military.
China is the only major nation in the world that is preparing to kill Americans.
We're a subsidiary of China and getting worse and worse because they're going to own us pretty soon.
If we talk about who's to blame, I think partially our own government.
Our government should be doing something.
They could have stepped in, I think, a long time ago.
Please hear us.
I think that at every level, people could boycott and there would be a shot heard around the world.